The 7 deadly social sins, as they were identified by Mahatma Gandhi, can be found within the social infrastructure of today's society if you know what it is that you're looking for. Education without character is no exception. Education and the collection of knowledge vastly enrich our lives. However, it does not coincide with the development of character. For this reason, society should place more of an emphasis on character development than it currently does in order to prevent an educated mass pursuing shallow goals. As a student in Towson High School, I have experienced firsthand the process by which we go about obtaining our education and have experienced the system that provides us our education. My personal experience at Towson High School has led me to conclude that one of the most widespread examples of education without character is the American education system. Even if we are told to do our best, in many cases your best simply isn't good enough. This is because once students reach a certain point where their futures are on the line, words of encouragement shift from do your best to be the best. This mentality essentially creates a superiority complex in some of the individuals that excel. When some people get ahead of others, they may subconsciously base the value of others based on how they measure up to their own specific skill. This is evident not only in school but in sports as well. When people are organized into groups based on skill level, whether it is for academic scheduling or soccer tryouts, the ones that come out on top are then consistently reminded that they are the superior talent, and are likely to, at the very least, disregard those that aren't performing on the same level as them. This is the basis for education without character. We are provided the education. What we are not provided is an understanding of character in association with this education. Character development is largely ignored in our education system. It is not seen as a worthwhile investment of time or resources. However, education without character creates a flawed society and changes our perception of education. The objectives of obtaining an education further validate this. We go to school to go to college to get a degree so that we can get money and make a name for ourselves. These priorities immediately set us up for a life of pursuing materialism. Society evaluates us based on how much money we have and put on display, our social status, or our name and fame. These standards just magnify the competitiveness that we are taught and that we are felt during the process of getting an education. When character is not taught, it is not displayed, and we simply follow the desolate path that has been strategically laid out for us by the material world. Education, in all of its forms, begins at birth and ends only at death. The development of our intellect is so very important, and as Americans we are extremely fortunate that we have access to such a strong educational foundation. What America possesses in academic success, it lacks in character. To overcome this, there must be a balance between the development of intellect and character. Character should be taught alongside education, so that it is less likely that an individual will get one without the other. Education has become far too competitive. If the pressure to be the best is replaced with the pressure to do your best, enforced by character traits such as kindness, fairness, dignity, contribution, and integrity, then perhaps we could begin to reduce the degrading standard of materialism that we live under. Education should be reevaluated to teach principles, values, and priorities incorporated with intellectual advancement. Change starts with the youth, and in order for this to be effective, we should educate the youth on the value of the character, and young minds will soon be able to outweigh the old. By incorporating character into primary education, an opportunity is provided to emphasize a broader goal. Society should be less materialistic and more humanistic. Superiority based on money or fame is based on ignorance, arrogance, and vanity. These are the unfortunate character traits that are taught to us through societal pressures and academic standards that we are all exposed to. The issue will only worsen if not improved, and it should be improved by incorporating a sense for character into education so that no one becomes misguided at a time when they are prone to easy influence. Without character, education will remain shallow. Thank you.